in my 30s, so, but then I did experience a little bit of complications. I had preeclampsia, and I think a lot of people think, well, if you go to midwifery services, they're going to try and make you have that baby naturally, and you're going to be in a situation where you can't get the care that you need. But even you called me, you said, Latrice, you got to go to the hospital and have this baby today because, yes, you do have preeclampsia and we're just figuring it out, but we've been monitoring it. And that's what we found out. And I was very sad because that meant I couldn't have my water birth. But you were there the entire time. You, unlike what I've seen at hospitals, doctors come and check on you when you're 9 centimeters dilated, and or they'll pop in and say, hey, you were there with me the entire time. And when it got rough and I was in tears, you were there to calm me. You held my hand. You told me you can do this. You gave me a crash course in pushing because I didn't know how to push. I was trying to do hypnobirthing. I was trying to breathe my baby down. And you said, you got to push, girl. So you taught me how to push. And I tell my husband all the time, BJ is a part of our family because this is an experience I don't think I could have experienced had she not been here. And so I think anyone who doesn't know about midwifery services or only knows about the hospital and going to a hospital and registering having their baby, I want people to know there's other options. There's midwifery services. There's doulas. People don't know about doulas. Right. They don't know about all the different birthing methods. And heck, for my first one, I had to have an epidural, but my second one, I did not have an epidural, which was the plan I wanted all along. And I think it's just things that people need to know, and it needs to be out there, and we need to promote it more.
Well, and I think one of the misconceptions about midwifery is that, and you kind of highlighted it, that there's only one way that you can go. And if you don't go that way, then you can't have a midwife. And as you found, there's a wide array of services that midwives can provide. In our practice here at Beach Cities, we have the option to do home birth. Yep. We have the option to do birth center birth, and we have the option to do hospital birth. I think we're fortunate to have the ability to do hospital birth.
Right.
Not just for the woman that says, well, I'm just not sure I want to do it outside of the hospital, so that's their comfort zone. But then for women that have a, moderate risk that needs to have their baby, that we can follow them and manage their care in the hospital. We are fortunate to have that collaborative kind of relationship with physicians and hospitals to provide all of those services. And I think the other thing that I want to highlight, or that you highlighted and I want to reemphasize, is that midwifery is not only for the prenatal care and providing extra time to talk about what to expect and how to keep you healthy and all of those pieces, but also when in the true midwifery model of care, when it's your birth time, we're with you for that time.
Yes.
And we're not going back to our office and seeing patients or going home and go to sleep and only get called in, one, if there's a problem, or two, if the baby's ready to be born. And so being able to be with you, see how you do, be able to support you through that, and then be able to coach you when you get to a point where you need a little bit more of that coaching. That is what I think is unique. I've been with over 3,400 women.
It's amazing.
In care and babies, so I feel like I have a very extended family out there. And then some of our newer midwives are certainly have not caught as many babies, but they are a very robust group of women who are so dedicated and passionate about keeping women healthy and having normal, natural birth.
And that's what I love. Because I did start off, my first appointment was in the hospital, right? I went to Saddleback Women's Medical Group. Is that what it is? And you feel like you're being rushed out. Okay, let's sit down. Okay, let's check you. Okay, heartbeat good. Blah. When you come here, you have this nice comfy couch. You're talking to me about what other questions do you have? How's the baby doing? How are you feeling? I just feel like there's that you said that passion and that dedication that's the difference, I think, that the midwiferys bring, because you're not trying to rush me out because you have another patient. You really want to make sure that I'm okay. You really want to make sure my blood pressure is good. You really want to make sure that I'm comfortable, my baby's comfortable, and any other things that could be happening that I may not, even know is happening, you know?
Right.
It's just,
And it's
home.
important to, to build on that because we are part of that birth team. And if you only have 30 seconds to talk with you each time you come in, you never get that connection.
Right.
And therefore can't really work with you during that very focused time.
Right.
And very vulnerable time to make sure that you can just let go and have a baby.
Right.
And we can take care of the environmental influences to help support you.
Exactly. And you said catching a baby. I was telling Anthony.
Yeah.
I said, it's called catching a baby.
Absolutely.
I said, and midwives can catch a baby anyway.
Absolutely.
You don't just have to be in a bed. You could be on all fours. You could be on your birthing ball. You could be in a birthing pool, water. Right. I said, that's what I love about it.
Absolutely. And I think we pride ourselves on the fact that you get into the positions that are going to work for you.
Yes.
Therefore, it's going to work for your baby. And we can get into whatever position we need to be in order to facilitate that.
Right.
And it's not just a matter of, okay, get her flat on her back and
Legs
up in the air.
Yeah.
And that's the worst position to be in when you're trying to birth your baby.
Exactly.
So we do a lot of maneuvering ourselves to make sure that you're in the best place you can be. Now, when you're in labor, you have no idea that that's the best place you can be, but you get there.
You get there. You do.
Get there, and our role is to really support that and make sure you and baby continue to do well.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we were able to have this conversation today and highlight just the importance of options.
Sure.
At the end of the day, that's what I want everyone to know is that you have options.
Right.
So
the one other thing that I just say in closing is that we do a lot. Our specialty is working with women in pregnancy and birth, but we also do well woman care. And so we continue to see women throughout their lives for the normal well woman transitions that you go through and try again at those appointments to educate you about, okay, what's next? What do I need to be thinking about? How do I reduce my risk for other health problems that are going to happen? Because, as I always tell my students, age is the biggest risk factor for everything.
It is.
And so age is something that we have to take into account with healthcare.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to throw that in, that it is all about babies.
It is all about babies.
Just about babies.
Right. But you'll be catching my third baby,
Oh,
BJ.
yay!
Because, we just got to get Dan on board. But
okay.
Baby number 3
we'll figure
happen.
it out. I was going to say I might have to camp out at your house.
the way baby number 2 came, you might have to. Well, I'm also thinking home. Like if I can, I have to just change it now. Like, okay, don't think center, just think home.
That's right.
And we can just be in my own tub or get a pool.
All of those things. Yeah, we have the portable tubs that we can offer.
I'm ready for him. I want 4, but he's not gonna let me have 4. But I can talk him into 3.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yay!
Give this little one that you have now, though, a little more time.
I know. I will. Well, I'm getting old. I'm 35. So I'm high risk now.
And that's another misconception that people have. That if you're 35 or older, then you're high risk, and you're not.
Right.
There are some risk factors that go along with age, as I mentioned before. But as long as you're healthy going in and you take good care of yourself, and especially when you've had a baby before.
Your body knows what to do. That's what you kept telling me. Your body knows what to do.
Yeah. You just got to get your head out of the way.
Exactly. Baby's head.
Yeah, that too. Well, thank you so much for letting us chat and certainly talk about what we do. And
of course.
We do have the 3 centers. I know you know that, but we have it in Laguna Hills, Long Beach, and Corona. So we're kind of all over this area. And
you're having it, you just told me over the phone, there's another center.
There is one in Vista where I'm providing care for women prenatally and doing their birth down in a independent birth center that's down in Vista.
Awesome.
And that's been fun.
Okay.
It's been kind of unique. It kind of takes me back to the very beginning, before we ever had any birth centers, of being able to provide that care and then provide services basically in a hospital setting.
And sorry, I do want people to know your unique value that you bring, because not all midwives can go and catch a baby inside of a hospital.
No. You have to have privileges. Anybody that delivers babies in a hospital or provides care for someone in a hospital has to be privileged by the hospital. So that means you have to apply and you have to have support in order to get you those privileges. And so I've been fortunate to be able to achieve those hurdles and have the ability to practice in the hospital if that's what's needed.
Which makes it
It
a
does.
lot. It puts us
broadens
mamas
us.
at ease.
Yeah.
Us moms, if that we have to go that route, which
Yep.
again from my personal experience, I did. Then you came right on with me,
That's right.
and you said, "Well, you said meet me here."
I'm a mother hen. I
Yes.
won't let you go till you're able to fly.
And what was one other thing that you had brought up? Oh, I do want the world to know about your credentials.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm a certified nurse midwife, which means that I was a nurse initially as a foundation, so I have a broad base of healthcare knowledge, and then went to graduate school and did the additional years for both knowledge and skills with midwifery. And I'm kind of a academic junkie.
You are.
It's to be said. So I have also completed my PhD. I love studying. I love learning, and I think regardless of whether you're in a academic program, in the line of work that we're in, you better keep up because things change rapidly, and there's new management techniques